If you get this reference, you must be an OG subscriber. And if you are, stay with me. But if you're a new subscriber, stay with me as well. I need the help from both of you. But before I get to that, let me first do this little bonk. I didn't do that in my last video. I thought of bonking my alien skull, but I was afraid I would damage it if it would fall down. This time I have this pocket rock with me, so I'll try to bonk that. That's way more scary than I thought it would be. Once committed, it was pretty nice. Before I get to how you can help me, don't worry, you don't have to carry a couch for me or anything like that. But before I get to that, let me say thank you for all the subscribers, all the likes, all the comments, especially to everyone who shared my documentary. By now it reached like almost 27,000 views, I think, which is absolutely crazy. I never thought it would get so much attention. I'm absolutely stoked about that. And the first few thousand views were almost only from shares. I could see that most people that viewed my video got there from external sources, mostly from Facebook, and I'm not even on Facebook, so that's all you. And then once I reached a few thousand views, the algorithm took over and spread the video to an even larger audience. So people outside the one-wheeling world could see that. And I think that's pretty cool, especially for those who maybe thought of getting a one-wheel or never even heard of that and then got the idea of getting one from my video and then thought twice of buying a Future Motion one-wheel or getting something vest like a Floatwheel. So that's pretty awesome. In my last video, where I was also here, I already mentioned that I cracked 1,000 subscribers, which is a giant milestone. But what's even more important, I also cracked the 3,000 watch hours. And with that, I got into the YouTube Partner Program, which means, in theory, I can get money from YouTube. But okay, let me display the number on the screen, how much money I made already. The problem is, this YouTube Partner Program has like 2 stages. And I just reached the first one. To get there, you have to have 3,000 watch hours and 500 subs. Yeah, and with this stage, I can enable super thanks and also memberships. But I think it doesn't really make sense to enable memberships, because who would pay monthly like $1 for my content? I can't even release a monthly video. And if there would be memberships, I would have to do some extras for them, I think. So it wouldn't be fair to grab your money and you wouldn't get anything for that. So I won't enable that for now. Maybe someday in the future, but for now it doesn't make any sense. But where I really want to go is the second stage. And to get there, you need 1,000 subscribers. I got that. And 4,000 watch hours on my videos. Now the problem is, they only count the watch hours from the past 365 days. And most of my watch hours right now are from my documentary, of course. I think almost 3,000 watch hours are just from that. And by now I'm at 3,500 or something like that. So the majority of my watch hours are just from that one video. And I released that last year in October. So I only have a few months left to get to the 4,000 watch hours. So basically get 500 watch hours from now on to get to the second stage. with the second stage, I could monetize my video, so I would get money from ads in the video or before the video. So I know that won't be much money. I won't get rich from that. I won't be able to live from that. It will stay a hobby probably forever. But I have some expenses when making those YouTube videos. So my hope is just to get a small portion of that and also maybe get a little bit of extra motivation with a little bit of money from YouTube. That would be really nice. I think it's more symbolic than financial, but I would really like to get there. Now, because of my documentary, it's a once in a lifetime chance, I think, to get to those 4,000 watch hours. So it would be really awesome to get there. So now how can you help me to reach that goal? I think there are two ways to help me out with that. And the first one is just to continue supporting, continue sharing my videos, liking, commenting and all that, pushing the algorithm. That already helps a lot. Maybe you can rewatch my videos if you can't fall asleep and just rewatch one of my videos or watch an old video that you didn't watch yet. So that already helps me, but maybe there's a way to boost that even a little bit more if you have like a huge reach or you know someone. Like maybe, I don't know, do a reaction video on my documentary or something like that. I, of course, would really love to see a reaction video from someone from TFL, maybe Jeff or someone, to get some more insights on the topic. I bet you would like to see that as well. Or perhaps someone completely outside of this, like maybe Ricky Glazier. Maybe you can stalk him and tell him to make a reaction on my video. He's doing a lot of reaction stuff, so maybe he could do that. Or someone in that ballpark, that would be really awesome. Someone commented on my documentary that they would like my video to be nominated for best video at the Floatwheel Fest. And that would be really awesome if that would happen. I have no clue how to get nominated there, but if you know, maybe you can help me with that. And if you have any other ideas how to push my videos, please comment or reach out to me. So that's the first way. And now the second way, and that's maybe also more in long term. I want to make my videos even better. For that, I would like to know what you wanna see on this channel. Lately, I did a lot of Floatwheel related stuff because that's like my new thing since the last 2 years or so. Yeah, I'm still really hyped with the Floatwheel, and yeah, I'm spending a lot of time riding it and so on. So yeah, my last videos were about that. But overall, I'm a man of many interests, way too many interests. I would like to find the intersection between what I like to film and what you wanna see. So the sweet spot, and yeah, I don't really know what it is. If you're an OG subscriber, are you fine with all the Floatwheel content? Or are you maybe waiting for something to come back that you subscribed for? Maybe something I promised and never delivered? Please leave a comment. And if you're a new subscriber, maybe you subscribed because of my documentary. What do you expect from this channel? More documentaries like that? Or are you also fine with the Floatwheel reviews? If it's documentaries, does it have to be related to that topic? Is it just this future motion versus Floatwheel drama or similar stuff? Or is it one-wheeling, floating, floatwheeling in general? Or is it maybe board sports in general? Or do you just like that type of documentaries and you would also like to watch a documentary about something completely different? Maybe you can also leave ideas if you have something in your mind. Yeah, so I would be really interested in that. I can't promise anything, but I'll try to read all the comments. I think it won't be that much. I think I even read almost all comments on my documentary, and that was a lot. But it was really, really nice to read all the positive feedback. There was a few negative comments, but that was also cool. And I think there was nothing like really, really negative. I see it as constructive criticism. So all feedback is welcome. So now to show you that I am listening to your comments, I'm gonna do the jump over this pole. You told me I should do that, so I'll give it a try. I'm a little bit afraid because I'm completely on my own here. If I injured myself, that would be not so good. I'll first maybe try to do a blunt to fakie, I guess. Or maybe first a little no step, then a blunt to fakie. I have new shoes, by the way, and I think it's really tough to get used to new shoes. Especially in skateboarding, yeah? It's way easier to get used to a new skateboard, new trucks, new wheels than to new shoes. I'll see how it works out. I don't know if I can get into the blunt. That's really tough. It's just curved in the run up. The ground is not completely flat and level. The tricks always look easier on camera than they really are. There's always something that you don't see on camera. But yeah, no excuses. I give it another try. Okay. Ah, shit. Yeah! There it was! I got that! That failed sketch. But I'll take that one. That's good enough for me. Yeah, now let's just directly back to back. Let's try the jump. I'm already so stoked about the blunt fakie. Okay, I didn't really commit, but I think I got this. I almost rolled my ankle, and I'm glad I'm wearing baggy pants, otherwise the board would hit me in my
balls.
There it was. But I think that was a little bit sketch. I dragged my tail. Maybe I can clean that up. Maybe I'll record this from a second angle. Wait a second. Okay, how do you like this setup? Really tiny camera. Where should I put that? That's a butt shot. Maybe like that. Still a little bit of tail drag. One more try. Okay, that was horribly sketch. You know what? I'll take the one I got with the tail drag. It's good enough. I don't want to kill myself here. Maybe if I'm here with someone else who can help me in case I get injured, then maybe I'll be a little bit more bold and brave to do that. But yeah, for now I'm happy with that one with a little tail drag. Okay, now since I'm here already, let me lose a few words on that hill climb test with the ADV2 versus my ADV1. I will have to redo that test because I think I didn't really test the power of the board, but it was more a tuning thing if I can get up the nose or not. Someone in the comments pointed out that my amps didn't even reach the max, so either I will come back to this spot or I will find something else where I can do a real benchmark. But let me measure the angle of this bank, just out of curiosity. So steep the phone slides down. So it's 28.1 degrees. But let me flip the board around. Maybe the IMU is not perfectly aligned. So now it's shit. It's still, I think it's still the same. Okay, maybe just to be sure, let me use the phone for measuring. So yeah, 28, 29, something like that. Here it's 30, 29 again. So okay, that's, now you know, that's the steepness. So if you wanna try it yourself, you have to find a bank like that. But I think the biggest factor is the run up and like the sketchiness of the spot, and not directly the bank. If I would have enough run up, I guess I could go up all the way. But I wouldn't like to go down that thing fakey, so I don't think I would even try that. Okay, my next video, it's already done. I timed that it will be premiered next week. It's the first trail ride with the ADV2. And I actually filmed that one day after I filmed the first ADV2 ride video. So it's really a long time ago. I think the first ride was on the 1st of March. Then on the 2nd of March I filmed the first trail ride. And actually after I filmed the first ride video, on the same day I was at a different skate park and I filmed this stuff. Okay, and because I don't know where to put that, I think I will put that at the end of this video. The upcoming video took me really long to edit. I think it was almost 2 months. Of course not every day. I'm working as a software engineer, so I'm sitting 7 hours a day in front of a screen, and it's hard to motivate myself to sit another 2 hours in front of the screen to edit some videos. So yeah, I could film like 20 videos in the time that I'm editing one. So editing is really the bottleneck, unfortunately. I'm really slow at it. Yeah, maybe I'm just putting too much effort into that.
The production of the video was awesome.
With a new video, I'm especially proud of the soundtrack. I think that turned out pretty well. Yeah, I wanted the video to be a review of the ADV2 and to see how the ADV2 performs on trails compared to the ADV1. But yeah, it went wrong a little bit, and it still turned out to be a nice vlog, but it's not what I expected from it. But it's still a nice video. Don't expect anything like a documentary. It's something completely different. It's a vlog style video, but yeah, I think it turned out really well. So I hope you can join the premiere next week. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope to see you in the live chat next week. Peace out.
Hello.